It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty woods, a neighborly day for a beauty. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I have always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in this neighborhood with you, so let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, we might as well say, would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you please? Won't you please? Please won't you be my neighbor? Hi, television neighbors. Here we are, visiting again. I got 3 things I like to show you. This new CD cover of the Taj Mahal, the Narcotics Blues CD cover. This is the House of Sand and Fog, and also DreamWorks DVD title films, and the Friday after next scene selection DVD booklet. Now, before I go visit my good friend Lloyd Alexander at the neighborhood bookstore, I have a song for you. Someday you'll be a grown-up too, and then you'll be a grown-up too. Someday you'll learn to coo and crawl, and then you'll learn to talk real well, and then you'll have some grown-up things, and then learn how to talk real things, and then you'll learn to grow up too, and then have some grown-up things, and then you'll learn to talk real well, and then you'll learn to talk real well, and then you'll be a grown-up too, and then learn to grow one real too. You're growing in and out. You're growing in and out and all about. You're growing in and out. You're growing in and out and all about. And that's the new song that I would like to sing to you about growing up deep inside. And now I think it's time to give my good friend Lloyd Alexander a telephone call, because he's my good friend who writes the books, the Chronicles of Perdane, which inspired Walt Disney to write his 25th animated movie, The Black Cauldron, based off his books. So I'll give Lloyd a telephone call. I'm dialing the number right now. Hello, Lloyd?
Yes, who's this?
This is Victor Sprinkle from Victor Sprinkle's neighborhood. How are you?
Oh, Victor, long time no chat. I'm just fine. Thank you for asking. How are you?
Good.
Good. What's up?
I was hoping to get your phone call because I'm a big fan of your books.
Oh, yeah? Which one?
The Chronicles of Purdain.
Oh, yeah. Probably my favorite.
Listen, Lloyd, I was just wondering, can my television neighbors and I come to your neighborhood bookstore for a television visit?
Well, sure. Why not? When would you like to come?
Right away.
Ooh, you mean like right now?
Yes.
Oh, well, I was out working in my garden, so I'm dressed in my gardening clothes. If you don't mind me being a little grubby, come on over.
All right. We will come over as soon as possible. Thank you, Mr. Alexander.
See you soon.
All right. Well, let's just go over to meet Lloyd Alexander at the neighborhood bookstore. Come along. Lloyd!
Victor, how are you, buddy?
Good.
Long time no see. You're looking well.
Yes.
Oh, no ego problems there.
Nice to meet you.
Meet me? We're old friends. What do you mean, nice to meet me?
Well, I mean, I've heard such great things about you.
Oh, okay. Well, nice to meet you too then, because I've heard lots of great things about you.
I would like for you to meet my television neighbor. This is Mr. Lloyd Alexander, the author of the Chronicles of Purdain.
Nice to meet you, television neighbor. How's your day going? Oh, cat's got your tongue, huh? I don't hear a response, but you know, some people are just shy.
So, tell me, Mr. Lloyd Alexander.
You can just call me Lloyd, Victor.
I'd rather call you Mr. Alexander.
Oh, then don't call me Mr. Lloyd Alexander. Call me Mr. Alexander.
Okay, Mr. Alexander.
Okay, there we go. What do you want me to call you?
Mr. Sprinkle.
Of course. Yes, Mr. Sprinkle. What's up?
When did you start writing your books, the Chronicles of Purdain, that influenced Walt Disney to start working on his 25th animated classic, The Black Cauldron? What inspired you to write your books that inspired Walt Disney to write his 25th masterpiece?
Wow, talk about a compound, complex question. Let me see if I can answer that. When I woke up from the dream.
When you woke up from the dream.
Yes, it all came to me in a dream. I woke up, and before I even went for breakfast, I got pencil and paper and I wrote it all down. And then I had the germ for a book then I spent the next 22 years writing that book. Oh, it was a tedious process. But in the end, it turned out pretty well, didn't it?
And you started to write many of your main characters like Taran, the young boy, and Princess Alanwe, the young girl who fallen in love with Taran, and Gurgi and the Horn King and Creeper and all these other characters. How did it felt to you, Mr. Alexander, when you wrote about these characters?
Well, Mr. Sprinkle, at first it felt a little disappointing because no matter how hard I tried to capture in words what I experienced in that dream, it just seemed like I couldn't quite get it. But after 17 years of trying, you never give up. Finally, things started to come together, and then it only took me 5 more years to finish it up. So, yeah, that's what happened.
And did you love writing these characters?
Well, as I said, the first 17 years, there wasn't a whole lot of love going on there because it was one failure after another. I was never satisfied with my development of the characters, even though my wife and my kids all said, "Gee, honey, that's really a good character." And I said, "Don't patronize me. I know it's not a good character, but I'm going to make it a good character." And finally I did.
Now, what age did you started working on the mythical land of Purdain in your book?
Well, let's see here. I'm now 87, and I finished the book 10 years ago when I was 77. And it took 22 years to do it. So I started at age 55.
Age 55.
Long time ago. 32 years ago. Wow. You're not even that old yet.
No, I'm not.
So I started it before you were born. Took a long time. Never give up. That's the lesson for today, television neighbor. When you want to do something and do it right, keep working at it until you get it right.
Well, Lloyd.
Oh, now I'm Lloyd.
I mean, Mr. Alexander.
Oh, that's better, Mr. Sprinkle.
I had a terrific visit.
Yes, so did I.
But I'll see you in the neighborhood of make-believe.
I'll be there. Okay, see you in the neighborhood.
And maybe we can visit again tomorrow, right back here at the neighborhood bookstore to talk about your main villain, the Horn King.
Oh boy, he is a villainous character, isn't he? I'd love to talk about that rascal.
All right. Well, see you tomorrow, but I will also see you in make believe.
Yes, you will.
Okay.
Until then, ta-ta, cheerio, bye-bye.
All right. See you later.
See ya, Mr. Sprinkle.
Come along. That Lloyd Alexander is quite a magnificent fellow. I'm glad I got the chance for you television neighbors to meet him. But now I think it's time that we have some make-believe right now. All right. Last time in the neighborhood of make-believe, we were pretending that Lloyd Alexander, played by my dad, was going to study with King Friday and XDL and Daniel Tiger at the school of someplace else in writing about numbers. But there is a problem. None of the students at the school of someplace else in the neighborhood of make-believe can count from 1 to 10. So let's pretend that Mr. Alexander has some clues how Daniel and X could read their numbers in a different way. So let's think some more about that now as the trolley goes into the neighborhood of make-believe. Ready to go, trolley? Okay. Lloyd Alexander, professor of numbers at the school of someplace else, I presume?
Well, you presume correctly, Your Highness. C'est moi. It is I, Lloyd Alexander.
Now, I understand that you are teaching Daniel Strike the Tiger and X the Owl how to read numbers at the school of someplace else in the neighborhood of make-believe.
Well, you understand what I'm trying to do, Your Highness. These two students are difficult. It is hard to teach them how to count from 1 to 10, but I am working on it day and night, trying to come up with new teaching methods that might be able to get through to them. Yes.
I think you're doing a nifty job, Mr. Alexander.
Well, thank you, X the Owl. I'm doing the best I can.
Do you think maybe you could help me on my OCS project about number writing?
I'm trying. You know, if you only had fingers, it would be so much easier. But all you have are feathers. And you have more than 10 feathers, so it makes it difficult. So I'll tell you what, here's what we'll do. You can look at my fingers and we'll see if this works. Okay, you ready? Here we go. 1,
1,
2,
2,
3,
3,
4,
4,
5,
5,
6,
6,
7,
7,
8,
8,
9,
9,
10.
10.
You did it! Now, see if you can do it by yourself. Just hold the image of my fingers in your brain and see if you can do it yourself.
Well, I'll give it the old college try.
Ooh, okay.
Let me see if I can count. Bless you.
Wow, thank you.
Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You did it! Oh, wow! Thank you, it worked! Way to go, X! Daniel striped the tiger.
I'm Daniel, and I thank you, Mr. Alexander, from the bottom of my heart for teaching X and King Friday all about numbers.
Well, that's awfully sweet of you to thank me for teaching other people. How about yourself? Have you learned how to count from 1 to 10?
Yes, I have,
Well,
Mr. Alexander.
let's hear you do it, Mr. Daniel Strike the Tiger.
Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Wow, you did it! Fantastic! All of my work has finally paid off.
Well, we'll have to pretend some more about that neighborhood number place the next time.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye, trolley. Well, I wonder how the numbers are going to inflict Mr. Alexander's profession in number writing. Well, we'll pretend more about that next time. You know, it gives me such a beautiful feeling to be able to know that anyone can love you even though you may have a hard time counting your numbers. And even though it's not easy to believe that you may not count your numbers on your fingers, you're still have hearts in your soul, in your head, and in your your spirit, and your wisdom uh, uh, too. And that makes you the same person that you will always cherish and love for all the beautiful things that you said before. It's such a good feeling to know you're alive. It's such a happy feeling. You're growing inside, and when you wake up ready to say, I think I'll make a snappy new day, it's such a good feeling, a very good feeling. The feeling you know that I'll be back when the day is new, and I'll have more ideas for you, and you'll have things you want to talk about. I will too. You always make each day and each week a special one for me. You know how? By just your being yourself. There's only one person in this whole world exactly like you, and that's you yourself. And I like you exactly as you are. I'll be back next time. Bye.